Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Invest 95L. So we've actually seen a decrease in the tropical cyclone formation probability since last evening's update. As of 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Saturday, July 22nd, 2023, shower activity associated with a small area of low pressure located about midway between the Cabo Verde Islands and the Lesser Antilles has diminished considerably since this time yesterday. Although environmental conditions are only forecast to be marginally conducive for some gradual development, the system could still become a tropical depression early next week while it moves westward across the tropical Atlantic. Interests in the Lesser Antilles should monitor the progress of the system. Formation chance through 48 hours is down to 40% medium, and formation chance through 7 days has dropped to 50%. So, if you live across the Windward Islands from Trinidad Tobago through Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, through Martinique, Dominica, and Guadeloupe, you need to still be watching Invest 95L closely, as we still have a 50% chance of tropical cyclone development over the next several days. And meanwhile, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Hurricane Dawn, which has become the first hurricane of the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season, and Dawn has maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 988 millibars, and is moving north at 12 miles per hour. So looking at the future GFS, the 18Z run model for Invest 95L, Invest 95L is still being depicted as a tropical wave in the GFS model, and the GFS model is still not developing Invest 95L as he approaches Barbados Monday evening now, so the timing has sped up a little bit, and then we're going to be seeing the Invest 95L moving across the Windward Islands from Trinidad Tobago through Barbados, through St. Lucia and Martinique and Dominica by Tuesday morning, bringing a lot of rain. And then we're going to likely be seeing rain through the day Tuesday, even Wednesday, as the backside of Invest 95L moves to the west and draws more moisture, especially across Trinidad and Tobago. So even though the GFS model is not developing Invest 95L, flooding is going to be a concern, especially from St. Lucia and Barbados southward through Trinidad and Tobago. So looking at the European model for any possible tropical development, the European model is also still not developing Invest 95L into anything tropical, but is bringing a slug of moisture across pretty much the entire Windward Island chain, and bringing a flooding potential as well across pretty much anywhere from Guadeloupe south through Wednesday evening, Thursday. And looking at the wind shear map, we've actually seen an increase in wind shear across the western Atlantic and south central Caribbean. So if this wind shear holds, once Invest 95L moves into the area about 100 miles east of the Lesser Antilles, tropical development will likely not occur once Invest 95L moves into this area. And looking at some possible rainfall accumulations from Invest 95L across the Caribbean, the GFS model first, widespread 1 to 3 inches are going to be likely from Guadeloupe south through Trinidad Tobago and Barbados. And once again, I mentioned we could be seeing some flooding across some of these central and southern Windward Islands, regardless of whether Invest 95L becomes a tropical cyclone or not. And looking at the European model for total rainfall accumulation in the Caribbean, so the European is struggling to load, but the European model is showing pretty much the same thing, 1 to 3 inches of rain across the Caribbean from Guadeloupe south. So if you live anywhere across the Windward Islands, especially in Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique through St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and Trinidad and Tobago. Make sure you're preparing for some flooding from Invest 95L. But as of right now, personally, I don't think Invest 95L is going to turn into anything tropical. But I will continue to update you guys on Invest 95L in case that changes. Thanks for watching today's update. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, my friends.